Yo, 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 hey guys, Rowan here, and welcome to Fallout, the original Fallout 1. So, this has been something that I've been wanting to play on the channel for a long time, and I have put in way too much time doing research and planning and min-maxing. So, we are going to be doing a min-max Fallout 1 playthrough. Let's start with the opening intro. Brian Fargo presents. Ooh, how exciting. The one, the original. Producer
War.
Tim Payne.
War never changes.
No, it does not.
The Romans waged war to gather slaves and wealth. Spain built an empire from its lust for gold and territory. Hitler shaped a battered Germany into an economic superpower. But war never changes. In the 21st century, war was still waged over the resources that could be acquired. Only this time, the spoils of war were also its weapons. Petroleum and uranium. For these resources, China would invade Alaska, the US would annex Canada, and the European Commonwealth would dissolve into quarreling, bickering nation-states bent on controlling the last remaining resources on Earth. In 2077, the storm of World War had come again. In 2 brief hours, most of the planet was reduced to cinders. And from the ashes of nuclear devastation, a new civilization would struggle to arise. A few were able to reach the relative safety of the large underground vaults. Your family was part of that group that entered Vault 13. Imprisoned safely behind the large vault door, under a mountain of stone, a generation has lived without knowledge of the outside world. Life in the vault is about to change.
Ooh, gives me tingles just hearing that. War. War never changes. Alright. Here we are. New game. So, there are a couple preset characters to look at. We've got Max Stone, VID 208-197-88125. Personal biodata. Stone to his friends. Maxwell is the largest person currently living in the vault. He is known for his physical strength and stamina. He would make the ideal volunteer due to his tremendous size and strength. It is unfortunate that his intelligence was affected after birth when the labor bot dropped him on his head. He doesn't care that he might have to leave the vault. So strength 10 heroic, perception 4 fair, endurance 9 excellent, charisma 4 fair, intelligence 4 fair, agility 7 very good, luck 4 fair. Hit points 43, armor class 7, action point 6, melee damage 9. Small guns tag 62%, big guns tag 37%, and unarmed tag 93%. He's got heavy-handed and bruiser traits. We have Natalia, VID 208-206-49229. Personal biodata. Natalia is the grandchild of a Russian diplomat who worked at the Soviet consulate in Los Angeles. She is a talented acrobat with excellent coordination and reflexes. She is extremely intelligent and resourceful. Her only difficulty as a young child was understanding personal property laws. Natalia is very interested in leaving the vault and curious to explore the outside world. So Natalia has 4 strength, which is fair, 5 perception, which is average, 6 endurance, which is good, 7 charisma, which is very good, 7 intelligence, which is very good, 10 agility, which is heroic, and 6 luck, which is good. She's got 31 hit points, 10 armor class, 10 action points, 1 melee damage, tagged sneak, steal, and unarmed, so 35 sneak, 30% steal, and 82% unarmed. She's a night person with the gifted trait. And then we have Albert. VID 208-206-49227. Personal biodata. Albert is a charismatic leader of a small vocal minority of the Vault's population that is considering life in the outside world. Dedicated to the role of negotiator, he is often able to communicate efficiently between different parties. His professional occupation is close to what once was known as a lawyer. Albert is often able to convince others that his ideas are correct. Albert has 5 average strength, 6 good perception, 4 fair endurance, 9 excellent charisma, 6 good intelligence, 4 fair agility, 6 good luck, 28 hit points, 4 armor class, 7 action points, 1 melee damage. He has tagged small gun, speech, and barter, so 59% small gun, 78% speech, 73% barter. He's got skilled and good nature. Oh, before we also start here, so we are playing on hard game difficulty. So as a result of playing on difficulty hard, we get minus 10% to all skills. And that is what game difficulty hard does. Easy gives plus 10% to all skills. So, and normal 0. So in effect, we have 20% less skills than were we to play on easy. That's a lot. We're also playing on rough combat difficulty, and of course maximum blood. And no language filter. You definitely want combat tones. And verbose combat messages, of course. So, we could create a character, or we could modify one. For flavor, we're just going to modify Albert here. So we're going to leave Albert as is. We're going to untag his skills. We're going to drop all my stats down here. And we're going to build Albert ourselves here. And we'll remove our optional traits. So, Albert's our name. We're 27 years old. We'll leave that. And we're male. There are some minor story differences between male and females. I've decided to go with male. So, one thing to talk about. The elephant in the room. Gifted trait. Now, if you spend any amount of time researching, min-maxing this game, you will see that everybody sings the praises of Gifted. Well, maybe not everybody, but the vast majority of the populace. Gifted! You must take Gifted! +1 to all stats is incredible! It is. However, I spent a lot of time looking at and building my character. And I am going to prove to you, without the benefit of the doubt, that Gifted is highly overrated. Gasp! Horror! Rowan! You know not what you're saying! You've gone mad! Maybe I have gone mad, but I have unlocked the secrets of true power, and I say to you, Gifted is really good, but overrated. It's not all that it's cracked up to be. So, first off, let's look at our character we take Gifted. So, it immediately brings all your stats up by 1. So we can't subtract below 2. So, it's basically plus 7 stat points at the expense of minus 10% skills, starting skills, and 5 less skill points per level, which is a lot of skill points. Okay? So, we get a trade-off of stats for skills. Okay, so, let me show you my character with Gifted. Alright? We're going to do my build if I take Gifted here. Alright. So, we're going to get that. I'm looking at my notes here, so apologize. Alright. So, there is a way for me to get plus 1 to all my stats throughout the course of the game. With the exception of intelligence and luck, which you can get plus 2 to luck and plus 2 to intelligence. Okay? So, some people consider that potentially an exploit. I consider it. It's part of dialogue options. I believe that looking at how those dialogue options work, I don't feel that getting intelligence boosted twice or luck boosted twice, to me, feels exploitative. However, you are welcome to formulate your own opinions. You are your own person. However, this doesn't greatly change my build either way, because even if I don't do that, I do this. Okay, so here is now, if we drop all these back down, my build without Gifted. Alright, so we're going to drop everything back down. Okay, and keep in mind that Charisma is set to 2 with Gifted. So, to be quite honest, Charisma is a dump stat in this game. It has very little impact. Pretty much everything that Charisma does, you can do with speech. So skill points can counteract low Charisma. There's some minor points where Charisma does have an impact. However, you can boost Charisma with chems. So, in the end, not a big deal. So we're going to take off Gifted. Okay? So now, I'm going to show you my build without Gifted. Okay? Alright. So, we're going to do this. We're going to have agility of 9. Because agility is action points. Agility is super, super important. Luck when we get luck to 10, will give us, with the sniper perk, late game, basically crits every attack. And intelligence, getting intelligence to max means maximum possible skill points. So, even without using the intelligence and luck, if we did that, this is what I would go with. Now, what I like about this is I have max endurance with the plus 1, so I'm going to have the highest possible hit points. Yes, I know a lot of people argue that hit points aren't that important. Okay, yes. And they're not. And, you know, you could make the argument that higher perception is important, because we need that for sniper perk and such. However, you can boost that with chems and still get the perk. So, here's the thing. So, taking Gifted, the big differences end up being that we have one more Charisma, okay? Which, as we've already talked about, is a dump stat. Not that valuable. So we can discount that. And basically we get 6 additional stat points, which I would put into perception. Okay? So, here is what we gain for that 6 additional perception. 48% accuracy and 12 sequence. So we go faster, we have a better chance to hit. Okay, that's a lot of accuracy. I want to lay that right on the table. 48% is a lot. However, you can make up for that with skill points. So, what we lose in skill points by taking gifted? We lose a total of 280 skill points. Why do I say 280? Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 skills. 180 skill points right there. Now, we can level 20 times in this game. Max level is 21. Very strange number. I know. Not sure why they went with 21, but we can level 20 times. So, with the -5 here, skill points per level, times 20 levels, that's 100 additional skill points. So, that means, if we want to think about it this way, if 48% accuracy can be counteracted with 48 skill points, we are trading about 240-ish. There's 3 kinds of people in this world, those that are good at math and those that aren't. And clearly I know which camp I fall into. But about 240-ish, a little less. I think the actual number's 232? I'm going to say 232. 232 skill points for 12 sequence. Sequence is really good, don't get me wrong. However, I don't feel like that is an effective trade. Now, if I was building a strength-based character, I would absolutely say gifted. If you are going melee, absolutely get gifted, because then we don't have to make sacrifices. I am not going with a melee character, I'm going with a ranged character. So gifted is not giving me a lot of value. We get a lot of value off of boosting strength to melee damage, and I would not want to sacrifice endurance, intelligence, agility, or luck. So gifted, 100% melee builds, hands down, take it. When we're going ranged, we can do without. So, let's just take a moment, now that I've had that rant, and feel free to disagree with me in the comments below. I think I have a very strong argument for why, but I'd love to hear your opinions. It's okay to disagree. Let's disagree in a professional, courteous manner, and let's all build, our conversation and community here, and really talk about, why I'm right and you're wrong. No, I'm kidding. So everyone's entitled to their own opinions, but if you'd like to explore my thoughts on the matter, I think I've got some very valid, interesting points here. Okay, so let's look through everything. So strength. Raw physical strength. The high strength is good for physical characters, modifies hit points, melee damage, and carry weight. So the reason I am going with 2 strength is we're going to get +3 from power armor, boosting us to a 5, and +1 from the strength upgrade. That gives us 6. That's enough to use all the ranged weapons that we want to use in the game. Higher strength would allow us to use the minigun, but 6 strength basically lets me use every weapon except for the minigun. I think sacrificing the minigun, completely fine. We can do without. 3 perception will be boosted by +1 to 4. We will have to use chems to get some of the perks that we want, the perception-based perks. However, the loss of accuracy and sequence, I think, is a fair trade. Endurance. We're starting with a 9, so we can boost it to 10. I like the idea of getting max hit points. Endurance is not retroactive. If you want those hit points, you need to start off with endurance high. So, compared to like Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3, where endurance is retroactive and you can bump it later to get the hit points, we're going to bump it now. Charisma. Charisma's a dump stat. We're going to leave it at 1. It'll get boosted by 1 to 2. So, that's fine. Intelligence is going to get boosted twice to 10, which means max possible skill points per level. We are going to start with agility of 9, which will get boosted by 1 to 10. Agility is super important because it increases our action points and armor class. Action points is very, very important in this game. Think of armor class as dodge. So having higher dodge is also very nice. And then our luck is 8 here. That will get boosted twice to a 10. Luck is going to affect our critical chance. And with 10 luck, we'll, with the sniper perk, have a 100% chance to crit every single attack. Alright, so perception, ability to see, hear, taste, and notice unusual things. High perception is important for a sharpshooter. Modifies sequence and range combat distance modifiers. So we're going to be a little bit worse at range to start with because of lower perception. Endurance, stamina, and physical toughness. A character of high endurance will survive where others may not. Modifies hit points, poison and radiation resistance, healing rate, and additional hit points per level. Charisma, combination of appearance and charm. High charisma is important for characters that want to influence people with words. Modifies NPC reactions and barter prices. Intelligence, knowledge, wisdom, and the ability to think quickly. High intelligence is important for any character. Modifies the number of new skill points per level, dialogue options, and many skills. Agility, coordination, and the ability to move well. High agility is important for any active character. Modifies action points, armor class, sequence, and many skills. And then luck. Fate, karma, and extremely high or low luck will affect the character somehow. Events and situations will be changed by how lucky or unlucky your character is. And of course, character points, amount of free character points that can be added to one of the basic stats. As we saw here, if we drop everything back down to 1 here, if you basically start with a blank slate with everything as low as possible and discount gifted, which just brings everything up 1, you have 33 character points to spend. So we're gonna boost everything back up here. So I very much think that all my stats that I want as priority are starting in a great place here. So, hit points, how much damage your character can take before dying. If you reach 0 hit points or less, you are dead. Poisoned, your character has been poisoned. Poison will do damage over a period of time until it's cured or passes from your system. Radiated, your character is suffering from a significant amount of radiation poisoning. The more radiation damage, the more deadly the effect. Eye damage, this means your character has been seriously hit in one or both of your eyes. This affects your perception. Crippled right arm, the right arm's been severely hurt, cannot function well. If one arm's been crippled, you cannot use two-handed weapons. Both arms have been crippled, you cannot attack weapons. That's really bad. Crippled left arm, your character's left arm has been severely hurt, cannot function well. Again, one arm cannot use two-handed, both arms cannot attack at all. Right leg, your character has a crippled right leg. Left leg, your character's a crippled left leg, so slows you down in combat. Alright, armor class. Modifies the chance to hit this particular character. So straight up, dodge. Action points. Number of actions character can take during one combat turn. Basically, action points, absolutely king in early Fallout games. Fallout 1 and 2, action points are king. Carry weight, 75. Max amount of equipment your character can carry in pounds. Melee damage of 1, the amount of bonus damage your character does in hand-to-hand combat. Damage resistance. We currently have 0%. Any damage taken is reduced by this amount. Damage resistance can be increased by wearing armor. So, you don't have any default, however, damage resistance lowers damage from physical sources. Poison resistance reduces poison damage by this amount. Radiation resistance, the amount of radiation you're exposed to is reduced by this percentage. Radiation resistance can be modified by the type of armor worn and anti-radiation chemicals. Sequence, which is rather low for us because our perception's low. This determines how soon in a combat turn your character can react. So, we're not going to be extremely fast to go in combat. However, sequence is really most important the first turn of combat. Because if you do a surprise round, and basically you start the combat, so non-hostile enemies, I fire a shot, I hit the enemy, combat starts, sequence, I get to go again. So I got 2 turns in a row. It's really most important that first turn. After that, everything basically gonna play out in order. So really it's like initiative in D&D, if you're familiar, you know, you can survive with a lower initiative. Healing rate. So ours is 3. At the end of each day, your character will heal 1 hit point for each point of healing rate. When you rest, you heal every 6 hours. So we're going to heal extremely fast with a 3 healing rate. Default's 1. Critical chance 8%. The chance to cause a critical hit in combat is increased by this amount. Again, with the sniper perk and 10 luck, we'll have a 100% critical chance. Then we have optional traits. Optional traits describe your character in more detail. All traits have positive and negative effects. You can choose up to 2 traits during character creation. Character amount points, amount of free character points can be added to one of the basic stats. Okay. So, we're going to look at all these, but I already know what our build is. Fast metabolism. Your metabolic rate's twice the normal. This means you're much less resistant to radiation and poison, but your body heals faster. Bruiser. A little slower, but a little bigger. You may not hit as often, but they will feel it when you do. Your total action points are lowered, but your strength is increased. This one is strictly bad. So it does give +2 strength, which is a lot. It is an incredible amount of strength. However, losing 2 action points for 2 strength is a nasty trade-off. That is not worth it, in my opinion. Small frame. You're not quite as big as the other Vault Dwellers, but that never slowed you down. You can't carry as much, but you're more agile. So +1 agility. However, our carry weight is significantly decreased. So if we take this, we drop to 55, and each point of strength is less effective for carry weight. So it means that each point of strength is going to give us significantly less. I don't have it written down here. I believe if we uncheck this, we're getting 25 per point of strength here. And then if we take small frame, we're getting 15 per point. So we get 10 less carrying capacity per point of strength there. So small frame is extremely viable because you don't need carrying capacity as much in Fallout 1. You can give your companions basically a giant pile of stuff as long as you barter it to them. They can carry as much as you want. So you really don't need carrying weight. However, I didn't need the +1 agility anyway, so we're not going to go with it. One-hander. One of your hands is very dominant. You excel with single-handed weapons, but two-handed weapons cause a problem. This one's interesting. If you're not planning to use any two-handed weapons at all during the course of your game, it's completely fine. However, many two-handed weapons are very good, so I don't like this one. And I didn't comment on fast metabolism, but however, this one's kind of so-so. being less resistant to radiation and poison's not that big a deal. However, healing, 2 points faster is not really worth dropping radiation and poison resistance to 0. So, I don't like that one. Kamikaze. By not paying attention to any threats, you can act a lot faster in a turn. This lowers your armor class to just what you're wearing, but you can sequence much faster in a combat turn. Well, that could combat our low sequence, for sure. However, it drops our dodge to 0. So, Kamikaze means we're going to get hit a lot more. Maybe a little bit faster, but I don't think that's a fair enough trade. Heavy-handed. This one can be good for a melee character at first. However, late game, you're going to regret your choices. So you get, with heavy-handed, 4 more points of melee damage. Okay. However, your attacks are very brutal but lack finesse. You rarely cause a good critical, but you always do more melee damage. So, this one is very interesting. Because it is strong. 4 additional points is great. However, this doesn't lower our crit chance. It lowers our crit damage. So while this might be really good early game, late game, when you get up to, say, 100% critical chance with Slayer, the melee version of the sniper part, you are going to be doing way less damage than if you didn't have heavy-handed, because crits are extremely good. Having lowered crits, not worth it. Fast shot. Now, this one. This is a very popular one, and I 100% agree. I wasn't sure about fast shot at first. Then I sat down and did the math. So, fast shot. You don't have time to aim for a targeted attack because you attack faster than normal people. It costs you 1 less action point to use a weapon. So, our action points become more efficient because the weapon itself is 1 less to use. Now, if we take one of the best weapons in the game, the Alien Blaster, with the Sniper perk, okay? With the Sniper perk, aimed shots, which is what we lose. We can't aim shot. Aimed shots bonus is they give you a higher chance to crit, okay? But Sniper perk makes that irrelevant, okay? Now, aimed shot does let you target specific body parts, okay? So, let's say without fast shot, with 10 AP, the Alien Blaster will take us 4 AP per shot, okay, with aim shots, because aim shots cost 1 more AP. So not only do we not have 1 less action point per shot, we're paying 1 more per shot, okay, so we're paying 4. So we're doing 2 shots for 4 AP per shot, aiming at the most damaging location. So we're going to completely ignore accuracy, because accuracy depends on where you're shooting. But we're just going to say perfect situation, 100% chance to hit, 2 shots to the eyes, which do triple damage. Okay, so we just did times 6 damage. That's incredible, right? Boom, boom, to the eyes. Alright, now, instead, fast shot, 10 AP. 2 AP per shot. We don't have 2 shots. We are not paying an extra 1 for aim shot. No, we are paying 2 per shot. So we get off 5 shots compared to the 2. I don't know if that was 5 BPUs, but you get the picture. We shoot 5 shots to the torso. Okay? We're doing less damage per shot. Boo, hiss. With fast shot, we can never attack the eyes. We're only going to hit in the torso. Okay? However, those 5 shots to the torso at 2 times damage add up to be 10 times damage. So, fast shot ends up being far more powerful late game. Alright, Bloody Mess. Bloody Mess is fun. It's a flavor one. You get a different ending to the game, which you can also get if you have evil karma. But basically, Bloody Mess, by some strange twist of fate, people around you always die violently. You always see the worst way a person can die. There's no reason not to pick this if you have a free optional trait. Because again, you can choose up to 2 traits during character creation. So, and of course, optional traits describe your character in more detail, and they all have positive and negative effects. Bloody Mess's negative is that you always see the worst way a person can die. So, you know, you're going to be splattering people left and right. Both the positive and the negative, I guess. Jinxed. Jinxed is a really interesting one and worth its own, like, potential playthrough. Jinxed is a lot of fun. So you can kind of do a Jinx build. However, if you do a Jinx build, do not play with companions. Okay? So we're not going to do a Jinx build because we are going full min-max. Jinxed is not really min-max, but it's fun. It is good time. Good thing, everyone around you has more critical failures in combat, and by more, a lot. If people miss, they critically fail. So there's going to be people's weapons exploding, grenades exploding, people are going to be falling down left and right. It's a comical time. But the bad thing is, so do you. But if you have 10 luck, high perception, Jinxed isn't that big of a deal. Again, but don't use companions, because they're going to be fumbling left and right. Good natured. So, this is what I'm going to be taking. So, you studied less combative skills as you were growing up. Your combat skills start at lower level, but first aid, doctor, and speech and barter are substantially improved. So by taking good natured, we do lose 10 to all of our combat skills. So we lose small guns, big guns, energy weapons, unarmed, melee weapons, and throwing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 60 points gone. However, we get 15 points to first aid, doctor, speech, and barter. So 60 points for 60 points. Now, first aid, doctor, speech, and barter are skills we are more likely to use during the course of our playthrough than all the various weapon skills. So, we're going good nature. Now, however, we're going to trade out good natured at the end of the game with the mutate perk for something else. We'll talk about that in a moment. So, the chem ones I don't like as well. Chem Reliant, you crave chems more easily. Your chance to crave chems is twice normal, but you recover faster from their ill effects. So you get addicted more often, but addictions, or the negative effects of chems, because all of them give you a temporary negative after they wear off. Again, not a really big deal, and getting addicted to chems is bad, so don't like that one. Chem resistant. Chems only affect you half as long as normal. When you're using chems, you want the boost to last as long as possible, so that's really bad. Chance to crave them is also only half. You know, you can be a chem user and enjoy a chem boosted playthrough without taking these. Just saying. Night person. I really don't like this one, but as a nighttime person, you're more awake when the sun goes down. Your intelligence and perception are improved at night, but dulled during the day. Well, boosting your intelligence artificially does not give you more skill points, so that's not really that great. As we talked about, perception's not really that important either. I just don't like this. Having -1 to both of those at during the day and +1 to them during night, just to me, just boost intelligence as high as you need it so you get the skill points. Night person's terrible. I don't like it. Skilled. So, this is what we're going to eventually swap out Good Natured for. We're not going to do it until level 21. Why? Because Skilled has a terrible downside. Do not start with Skilled. Since you spend more time improving your skills than a normal person, you start with better skill levels. The trade-off is you do not gain as many extra abilities. You'll gain a perk every 4 levels. That's really bad. Perks are incredible. Losing perks is really bad. I have played around with taking skilled. It throws off the levels that you need to take our perks at. It is extremely poor. And it also does not, in Fallout 1, give you an additional 5 skill points per level. It quite literally gives you plus 10 to all your skills across the board. So, I mean, that's a lot. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 skills. So that's 180 skill points. That's a lot. And you could argue that's potentially worth losing two perks during your playthrough. However, even with the argument that you only lose 2 perks, it throws off the levels that you get perks to 1 every 4 levels. So instead of getting perks at 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, we get them at 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. That means it makes it much harder for us to get better criticals, bonus rate of fire, sniper when we need them. So, what we're going to do is at level 21, for our very last perk, we're going to swap out Good Natured, excuse me. We're going to swap out Good Natured for Skilled. So, we will drop First Aid, Doctor, and Speech and Barter by 5 points. We need to remember that. However, we will get plus 10 to all our skills across the board, with only losing 1 perk in the process, which I think is an incredible trade-off. Alright, so, finally, skills. Skills are learned knowledge. Skills are increased by experience or during the course of the game by special events. The higher the skill level, the better you are at that skill. We also get 3 skills we can tag here. Tag skills are skills your character specializes in. Each tag skill gains plus 20%. That's a lot of boost. And increases twice as fast. So every point we put into it is worth 2. You must pick 3 tag skills. So, the skills in the game. Small guns, which is 35% base plus agility. The use, care, and general knowledge of small firearms, pistols, SMGs, and rifles. Remember, all of our skills get minus 10% because we are playing on hard mode. Big guns, the operation and maintenance of really big guns. Miniguns, rocket launchers, flamethrowers, and such. 10% plus agility. Energy weapons, base 10% plus agility. The care and feeding of energy-based weapons. How to arm and operate weapons that use laser or plasma technology. Unarmed, base 65 plus agility plus strength divided in half. Combination of martial arts, boxing, and other hand-to-hand martial arts. Combat with your hands and feet. Melee weapons, base 55% plus agility plus strength divided in half. Using non-ranged weapons in hand-to-hand or melee combat. Knives, sledgehammers, spears, clubs, and so on. Throwing, base 40% plus agility. The skill of muscle-propelled ranged weapons, throwing knives, spears, and grenades. First aid, base 30% plus perception plus intelligence. General healing skill, used to heal small cuts, abrasions, other minor ills. In-game terms, the use of first aid can heal more hit points than just over time. Can heal more hit points over time than just rest. Doctor, 15% plus perception plus intelligence divided in half. The healing of major wounds and crippled limbs. Without this skill, it will take a much longer period of time to restore crippled limbs to use. Sneak, 25% plus agility, quiet movement, and the ability to remain unnoticed. If successful, you'll be much harder to locate. You cannot run and sneak at the same time. Lockpick, base 20% plus perception plus agility divided in half. The skill of opening locks without the proper key. The use of lockpicks or electronic lockpicks will greatly enhance this skill. Steal, 20% plus agility. The ability to make the things of others your own can be used to steal from people or places. Traps, 20% plus perception plus agility divided in half. The finding and removal of traps, also the setting of explosives for demolition purposes. Science, base 25% plus 2 times intelligence, covers a variety of high technology skills such as computers, biology, physics, and geology. Repair, base 20% plus intelligence, the practical application of the science skill, the fixing of broken equipment, machinery, and electronics. Speech, 25% plus 2 times charisma, the ability to communicate in a practical and efficient manner, the skill of convincing others that your position's correct, the ability to lie and not get caught. Barter, base 20% plus 2 times charisma, trading and trade-related tasks, the ability to get better prices for items you sell and lower prices for items you buy. Gambling, 20% plus 3 times luck, the knowledge and practical skills related to wagering, the skill at cards, dice, and other games. And Outdoorsman, base 5% plus endurance plus intelligence divided in half, which starts out the lowest of any skill right now. Practical knowledge of the outdoors and the ability to live off the land, the knowledge of plants and animals. So, I have already planned out my character, of course. And, one thing to note. So, you can get skill magazines, books in the game that permanently up the skills for several key skills. Small guns, first aid, science, repair, and outdoorsman can all be boosted up to 91% by books. So we do not need to take those skills. We are going to get plenty through the use of those books, which we are going to be able to get liberally because we are going to go gamble for money. We are going to have all the money we possibly could want. And with that said, that is why we're going to take gambling. Now, with that said as well, because the books that we need are very expensive, and I don't want to spend the next 9 years sitting there gambling. I exaggerate, but it does take quite a while. We are going to take barter. So that is going to make it a lot cheaper to purchase what we need. And with my final point here, we are going to take lockpick. Because lockpick is a critical skill for us. We want to be able to pick lots of locks and get into places, and this is going to help us do just that. So, our final skills, after playing on hard and taking good-natured, are small guns, big guns, energy weapons, unarmed, let's read these off. Small guns, 34%, big guns, 9%, energy weapons, 9%, unarmed, 60%, melee weapons, 50%, throwing, 39%, first aid, 40%, doctor, 25%, sneak, 24%, lockpick, 36%, and tagged, steel, 19%, traps, 16%, science, 31%, repair, 18%, speech, 32%, barter, tagged at 47%, gambling, tagged at 54%, and outdoorsman at 3%. Now, here's another reason I'm going to tag lockpick. So, to maximize our skill points in the game, okay? Tagging skills that start lower end up being more efficient when spending skill points. I'm not going to go through all the math, but lockpick and traps are the 2 lowest skills that I could tag here that I'm even interested in tagging because I don't want to tag big guns or energy weapons right now. I will eventually tag energy weapons, but I want skills that are going to be useful to me early game. Lockpick is one of those. So there's a reason there why I'm not tagging speech, because of that 2 times points when you put the skill points into a tagged skill. I want to select one that's lower, so I get more efficiency from bumping it. So by taking lockpick, we're going to end up with slightly more skill point efficiency than if I tagged speech. Tagging speech is very good. I do want higher speech, so I can pass more speech checks, which are basically just the hidden mechanic. It looks at your speech percent and says you've got enough speech to actually meet this goal. So, but we're going to take lockpick to get more skill point efficiency. And as I said, picking locks is extremely good. Okay. As a fun little note here, we could save our character that we've designed here. We could print. We could erase it. This basically was because there was also kind of a pen and paper role-playing system that you could print this out and use it for. So, real fun kind of thing that you can do there with printing off the character. Alright. We're going to go ahead. We're going to be done.
Ah, you're here. Good. We've got a problem. A big one. The controller chip for our water purification system has given up the ghost. Can't make another one, and the process is too complicated for a workaround system. Simply put, we're running out of drinking water. No water, no vault. This is crucial to our survival. And frankly, I think you're the only hope we have. You need to go find us another controller chip. We estimate we have 4 to 5 months before the vault runs out of water. We need that chip. I marked your map with the location of another vault. Not a bad place to start, I think. Look, just be safe. Okay?
So, the 150-day time limit is very important because that does affect what endings you get. However, we're not going to be going for optimal endings here. We might on a different playthrough. Gotta love how the vault opening system has basically been kept intact in the future games as well. Oh, so satisfying seeing that vault open for the first time. And into the dark cave we go. Alright, so I'm going to immediately save here. So it begins. And I'm going to split the episode here. That way, if I make some kind of boneheaded mistake, I don't need to re-record my whole intro. So I will see you folks on the flip side. See you there. Alright, I'm back. So, if we look here, so we got the Vault 13 outer door. This door is too large to open manually. Use the entry terminal. Large door is the link between the vault and the outside world. Okay. Steel walls. Okay. Cave wall. See bones. You see Ed. Ed's dead. Alright, we're gonna loot Ed. You search the bones. We get a knife. Sharp-bladed cutting and stabbing weapon. Minimum strength 2. So take that. Ammunition caliber 10mm armor piercing. Take that. So we have 10mm pistol, single shot only using the powerful 10mm round. That magazine is empty. We've got ammunition caliber 10mm jacketed hollow points. We've got stim pack. Healing chem. When injected, the chem provides immediate healing of minor wounds. We have flare. Here, let's close this. A flare creates light for a short period of time. The paper's a little worn, but otherwise it's in good condition. Twist the top to activate it. Alright, we can go back and look at our... A Colt 6.5 10mm auto-loading pistol. Each pull of the trigger will automatically reload the firearm until the magazine's empty. Single shot only using the powerful 10mm round. Okay. We look at ourselves. You see Albert. Nothing out of the ordinary, unhurt. Alright. Door entry computer. You see Vault 13 door entry computer. This computer controls large vault door. You have to enter a specific access code for the computer to work. Use the door computer. The computer does not recognize your access code. Use the door computer. The speaker crackles to life. Sorry, but we can't let you back in right now. Technical problems. Try again later. Alright. Okay, go ahead. We'll save here. So, there are little rats running around here. Cave rat. We need to avoid those cave rats and get out of here. We're gonna look around here. Rock column, thick column rock extends from floor to ceiling. Thin column rock extends from floor to ceiling. A large pile of rocks, they look indigenous to the region. Keep a close eye on these rocks in case they move to attack you. Large pile of rocks. Yeah, you gotta keep an eye on those rocks. You never know. Okay. Stalagmite, natural extension of the rock floor. Alright. We're just kind of looking around at the things to look at here. A lot of rats over here. What we got here? A large pile of bleached animal bones. At least you think all the bones are animal. Okay. This place is absolutely lousy with rats. We see a scrub, some sort of desert weed. Okay, for a second there I thought I was running my way over here. Okay. Cave wall. Bones. You think these might be horned kangaroo bones, but you cannot be sure. They're too weathered to make a final determination. Okay. I think we have looked at all the things. The rats are getting awfully close here. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. Okay, we're gonna try to get away here. Well, we were able to end combat, and immediately another rat did see us. So we're just going to move as far as we can. Ow. Alright, our sneaking is failing here, and we're getting hit by the rats. That's fine. We'll heal up. Not a big deal. Yeah, the rats are unfortunately all clustered up in awkward positions here. Alright, let's see if we can end combat again. Nope. Okay. Come at me, you rat bastards. Ow. Alright, I should be able to move up here. And then we can end combat here. Alright. We're going to get out of here. To the west, you can see a natural light. For the first time in your life, you're looking at the outside world. Well, let's get out of here. It's place is full of rats. Okay. Yeah, we can go ahead. Made it through without killing any rats. Okay, so where we're going is we are going 5 squares east here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll kind of go over this way. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll go right to the edge of this area to save time. Hello, stranger. Welcome to Shady Sands. To the south, you see an adobe wall village surrounding a peaceful... Adobe walls surrounding a peaceful-looking village. Alright. So... let's save here. Okay. So, we'll just take a look around here. See weather vane. You see a simple weather vane. Helps the people of the Shady Sands study the weather. Canine, probably a mixed breed. Let's talk to the doggo. Cannot talk to the doggo. Alright, some sort of desert scrub. Seth, leader of the guards of Shady Sands. Okay. See Katrina, she has a very pretty smile. Okay. Just kind of looking around at the various things to see in this area here. What do we got over here? We see peasant. Citizen of Shady Sands. Peasant, a pathetic loser. Ouch. It's a little judgy. We just got here and we're already making ourselves a bit of a menace. Now, what is this thing? Pillar. This pillar is the showpiece of the Shady Sand Square. It tells stories to remind people of hope and peace. Very neat. Alright. So, I am going to plot out what we are doing in Shady Sands here. So I will see you folks on the flip side. And we're back. And I've been doing some testing off camera here. And I've learned something very interesting about NPC reactions. Now, charisma supposedly ties into NPC reactions. I'm not entirely sure how, but we have a charisma of 1, so we have the lowest possible to this. So, let's see what happens if we're rude to Ian here. Okay, so we're going to tell him that our name's not important. Then we're going to go ahead, we're going to ask him to join us, and we're going to fail. Now, that's basically a speech check, so we could have passed that, but luckily we failed. We're going to try to ask him again. He immediately refuses. Okay. Well, what happens if we're really nice to him? So we're gonna come over here. We're not gonna be a jerk this time. I'm Albert. And we're gonna tell him we're sorry to hear about his injury. You only get 1 chance to use this dialogue option. So we're gonna ask him about that, or tell him we're sorry to hear about it. Give him a little empathy. And then we're going to ask him to join. Well, unfortunately, he joined right away there. And you're throwing off my demonstration here. I need you to refuse joining me. Okay? So, and I'm just going to run around the building. Okay, you know, got to get a jog in. That's okay. Alright. Apologize about his injury. No, hey, Ian. We may also get a better chance to recruit him after doing that. I'm not entirely sure. I don't have any, like, visible percentages or anything to go off of, so... I'm just surmising that that could, in fact, be the case, because I am succeeding on a lot. So let's try again. I need In to reject my offer. So if you could so kindly oblige me, sir, that would be wonderful. No, you're doing the exact opposite of what I need you to do. Okay. In. In. Oh, I can talk to him from here. Okay, good. Okay, there, he refused us. Now, before, when we tried to ask him again, he just flat out refused. He's willing to give us another shot. And then, of course, then he joins me. Okay, now, this NPC reaction thing is very noticeable if we go over to one of the characters that has, it's called a Talking Heads model. So, I'm going to come over here to Tandy.
Hi. I heard there was a traveler in town, but I was kind of skeptical until I saw you. My name's Tandy. What's yours?
So watch Tandy's face here. We can tell how she's feeling by her expression. So we're going to be rude.
Wow.
Okay.
How do you like our little town? Bored yet?
As we can see, she got more of a scowl. So watch what happens if we say something really positive.
Finally, someone else who sees. Of course, you've probably been everywhere, so this must be hell for you.
See, so now she's eased back into a happier pose. So we're going to annoy her.
You live here all your life and see how you like it. Anything else you want to know?
So now she's scowling again. And we're going
it's
to...
okay, I guess.
We're going to upset her
it is
further.
home and all, but it's so boring. You know, I want to see the world.
So we're going to upset her by saying it's not
you
that
live
bad.
here all your life and see how you like it. Anything else you want to know?
Okay. So basically, we've got her about as upset as she's probably going to get. So we're going to come over here. We're going to talk to Eredish.
Greetings. Your business in Shady Sands might be...
So if we annoy him enough, he's going to flat out become hostile. So I'm going to be very rude to him.
You are quite insolent. I believe you should leave. Do not return. You will not be welcome.
So now he's gone full-on scowling. And he's going to kick me out because I was rude. Now, that doesn't automatically mean I'm banned from the town. So we come over here. We're going to talk to him again. I believe he's still going to be kind of annoyed, but he's not going to attack me on sight.
Is there something you want?
See, he's got an annoyed expression. So we're going to ask him.
We are a very protective community. As Dharma said, many sticks can be broken, a bundle cannot.
So, remember this quote. When we asked him about his community, he said this. So he's basically saying this because he's distrustful. So...
It is a small place. You have feet.
See, we asked him another question here, and he gave us a snarky
You may ask,
answer.
but please, Junktown lies... You may ask, but please hurry. There are more important uses for my time.
So he's good and annoyed here.
Oh my, yes. Great packs of rad scorpions are killing our herds. We don't know where they're from, and no matter how many we kill, there's always more. And now the monsters are attacking my people. Roslo is trying to find a cure for their poison, but I'm not sure how it goes.
So, right now he's fairly annoyed, but he really doesn't like us asking for a reward or basically waving off the concern. So we're going to demand a payment.
As Dharma said, those who tend their own flock know the shepherd.
We're going to tell him your choice.
You may ask, but please hurry. There are more important uses for my time.
So we're going to back out of that. So now he became furious. He refuses to talk to me anymore. when I was first doing this, because one thing I like to do is to do all the different dialogue options, even the negative ones, and he just suddenly up and attacked me. And I was very confused. But it's because I have quite thoroughly annoyed him. And we can't end combat. We basically now have the whole town turn against us because, well, you know, we had to be a bit of a jerk. So, we're going to come over here. We're going to talk to him again. And we're going to see some other things that can happen.
Your business in Shady Sands might be...
So, we'll be kind of neutral here.
And keep them you may. But this is not a city of open hospitality. If you desire that, go to Junktown. You may enter. But know we have our eyes on you.
So as we can see, this option actually annoyed him, because he leaned forward, he got scowling. Okay.
Greetings. What may I help you with this fine day? Shady Sands is much like a family, one that keeps to itself.
So, he said that instead of about bundle of sticks, because he's far less annoyed. He's not downright close to attacking me. He is just moderately annoyed. So, and as we can see, his expression kind of relaxed a bit. So, our option that we selected annoyed him, but fortunately, it didn't have any long-lasting negative consequences. He went back to more of a neutral stance towards us. So, if we ask him what kind of things they have to do around here...
The gardens are on the south side. The Brahma pens are north, although the smell is, I fear, quite intense this time of year.
So, he didn't tell us that we have feet and can walk around.
We are small and self-sufficient, so there is little else to tell.
So he's being much friendlier here.
What do you wish to know? Oh my, yes. And now the monsters are attacking my people.
What we're going to do is we're going to annoy him.
You may ask, but please hurry. There are more important uses for my time. Oh my, yes. And now the monster... You may ask, but please hurry. Oh my, and now
so we're just going to really annoy
ask,
him.
But please hurry. There are more important uses. Oh my, yes. And now the You may ask,
you can
but
see
please hurry. There are more... Oh my, and now the... You may ask, but please hurry. Dharma said, heed not the call of the wolf when the fox is raiding the hen house.
So, he is hostile now. This is the... I'm gonna attack you now. He's basically saying that we are a threat. And our response is, thanks, can I ask you a few more questions?
Ask, but please hurry. There are more important uses for my time.
Watch this.
Oh my! And now
if
the monsters are
we agree to help, he relaxes.
Yes. Please talk to Razlo. He possesses far more information on these creatures than I.
Okay. However, even though he was happy that we accepted the quest, he was so annoyed by my belligerence that he is now just hostile. So, that actually happened to me when I was running around testing things. I'm like, why is Erdesh attacking me? I've agreed to do his quest. I've been nothing but pleasant. It's because I selected negative conversation options. Without really realizing it, I was just backing out and trying different options. So, very interesting to learn. I'm not sure how charisma ties into all this. It's possible charisma makes it so that the negative options have less of an impact and the positive options have more of an impact. If anyone wants to test that out with a charisma 10 character, definitely let me know in the comments. I might eventually try that, but not currently. We want to do our current run first. So let's talk to this peasant. A pathetic loser. Brahmins sure do stink this time of year. We need to expand the irrigation. Got any Brahmin burgers? Got nothing to say to you, stranger. Need to expand the irrigation. Got nothing to say to you, stranger. Here, the rad scorpions killed again last night. Don't bother me. Got any brown burgers? Okay. Alright. So we're gonna talk to Seth, leader of the guards of Shady Sands here. Good day. I am called Seth. How can I help you? I'd like some information. Information? What do you want to know about? I want to know about this place. Shady Sands is a peaceful community. We have our own irrigation system, so we can grow our own food. If we were not plagued with raiders and rad scorpions, we would have no problems. I want to know about the rad scorpions. Those damn rad scorpions have been after our Brahmins since we moved here. Not a week goes by that someone doesn't get poisoned trying to keep them out of the pens. Last week they took my brother Jarvis. Raslo, our doctor, is looking for an antidote as quickly as he can. Hey, if you have a means to help us, why don't you talk to our leader, Aradesh? Let's not go to the rad scorpion caves yet. I want to know about this place. Shady Sands is a peaceful community. We have our own irrigation system, so we can grow our own food. If we were not plagued with raiders and rad scorpions, we would have no problems. I want to know about the raiders. There are several groups of raiders. I organize guards like Ian to help fight them off. There's one band to the southeast of here. Watch out for them. So, one thing that you can do in Fallout 1 is tell me about. Now, this is very cryptic, the different things that you can ask about, and there's not a lot of guidance on what you should be asking. So, I found a list. So, rather than just randomly try things and see what happens, if I could spell Aradesh's name right, he is the leader of our community and a true hero. You can always find him at work in the communal hall. Garl. He leads the cons. He is one of the most dangerous men that has ever set eyes on Shady Sands. He leads the raider clans with a heavy fist. Alright. The hub. Much farther to the south than Junktown. The hub is the largest city I've heard about. Must be 1,000 people there at least. That is actually pretty impressive considering post-apocalyptic. Junktown. It's 4 to 6 days to the southwest. Good trading occasionally, but more often than not, they try to stiff us. Alright. Let's ask about the cons. They're a lawless group who pretend to be some people from the far past. Because Genghis Khan. Let's ask about rad scorpions. Nasty creatures with a deadly venom. How about Raslo, our doctor? See him if you are hurt. How about Shady? You're standing in it. How about Seth? That is me. I work with Aradesh to make sure everyone is safe. How about Tandy? She is the daughter of Aradesh. Some days she could lead us, but she must learn to temper her ways. And then, Water. Sorry, I can't help you. Oh. Thanks for nothing, I guess. You should speak to Aradesh, our leader. He likes to meet all of our visitors. He should be in our town hall, the building to the south. Alright, let's talk to Katrina, with the very pretty smile. Okay. So, we want to be careful with Katrina. We're trying to avoid gaining experience, and if we ask her too many questions, and finish her dialogue, we will get a bunch of experience. We'll get, I believe it's 250 experience, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 250 experience. So, welcome to Shady Sands, Traveler. I should probably put on a different voice. Welcome to Shady Sands, Traveler. My name is Katrina. My job is to greet strangers and help them understand our village. We find that there is fewer problems if you listen to what I have to say. Alright. Tell me more about yourself. Woman with a pretty smile. My life was very boring. I was raised in a vault. I lived there for many years. Unfortunately, we were crowded and life was very bad. There was a schism and many people left, taking with them the best equipment. Still, some of us tried to stay in the vault, but then we were attacked. I was hurt and I ended up here. Now we try to help people. What should I do if I get hurt? Well, if you can't get to a doctor, you'll need to heal yourself. Stimpaks are a common healing item. Use them on yourself to heal minor wounds. First aid is a slower method, but it's always available. For major wounds like a broken leg, you'll need to use the doctor skill. Where could I get some better equipment? You'll have to do like we do. Scavenge it or trade for it. And if you're attacked, your foes might provide equipment, if you live long enough to loot them. We're a peaceful community, so we mostly barter or trade for the items we cannot produce. Tell me more about bartering. Bartering is the exchange of goods. You give me some items, and I give you items in trade. Since you initiated the barter, I'll let you pick and choose what you want. But the deal must be one that I will like. So you will probably want to give me more valuable goods that you don't need in exchange for less expensive things that you want. And if you don't have enough items to trade, there are always caps. Bottle caps are the only common money found out here. The caps are backed by the merchants of the hub, so you can trade them anywhere. Tell me about this place. You're standing in Shady Sands. We are but a small town in a large world. We just want to be left alone. Besides some mutated animals and other creatures of the desert, only the raiders... I need to stop having it jump like that. Only the raiders give us trouble. Erdish is our leader. He is in the large central house. Speak to him. Tell me about the rest of the world. I know very little of the outside world. I escaped from a vault when it was attacked. Unfortunately, I was very hurt, and I do not remember much of what happened. But Dharma was watching over me, and I was found by the people of Shady Sands. I live here now. Have you spoken to Ian yet? He is a merchant guard, and who is hurt? He is recovering in the guardhouse over there. She points to the east. And he is more widely traveled than I. We're not going to ask about where was this vault of yours, because that will give us the experience, because we'll have completed all the dialogue. We're going to say that's all for now, thanks. So we didn't get experience. We can still ask her about that later. Hello again. I hope you're doing well. Is there anything I can help you with? Don't you ever go to sleep? Well, I take cat naps when you're not around. Besides, I find the desert air very invigorating and healthy, and I never tire of looking at the stars. Can you imagine never seeing the night sky for your entire life? She pauses and looks at you. Oh, I guess you can. Oh, yeah, thanks. Please help me. This gets us those same conversation options here. I'm looking for a water chip. Seen one? As a matter of fact, yes. My old home, Vault 15, had one. I haven't been there since I was hurt, but you might find what you're looking for there. Someone said that they tried to go to the vault to have a look around, but it was dark and the elevator was broken. I hope you're better prepared. That's all for now, thanks. So, because I didn't do all the conversation options in order, we didn't get the experience. So, that's going to still be available later. And if we talk to the guard here, Seth, we don't get dialogue about him staying up late. So we can talk to the dog. Dog won't talk to us. Canine, probably a mixed breed. He looks unhurt. Okay. We're going to come up here. And I am going to go ahead. We're going to save. Sands. We're going to have the one save at the entrance and the one as we go through. That way, if we mess things up, we can go back and correct it. So we see one of Shady Sands' guards. We're going to go ahead and talk to this gentleman. Welcome, stranger. We don't see your kind often. So, we can antagonize them and have them attack us. We can be rude. So let's demonstrate those options. Or we can be really nice. So we're going to say, oh, thanks, bye. Not so fast. I'm sick and tired of your trash. Prepare to meet your maker. And combat. I don't like your kind. Alright, so now we've upset everybody. Good job. So we're going to be just completely rude. Well, apparently not to him, because I selected some nice options. So, hey, you didn't turn out to be such a bad person after all. Have a nice day. So, he's saying something nice about me. Now, whether this actually matters, I'm not entirely sure. But if we are just kind of generally a nuisance, well, that guy we were nice to. Let's try this last one here. I thought there was an option here. I swear there was, where I annoy them. Okay. So let me do that same option on somebody else. Stop running around the building. I don't know. The pathing's not great. Okay. Ah! Here we go. So after doing that conversation with the first one, we get that conversation again with the second one. We're going to say, yeah, whatever. So we're going to be rude. I really wish you would just leave town. Compared to, hey, you didn't turn out to be such a bad person after all. So, of course, we're going to be nice to everybody. Welcome, stranger. We don't see your kind often. Why not? Look, Shady Sands don't need your kind from the hub or Junktown or wherever you come from. We do pretty good by ourselves. The last trader from the hub sold us a malfunctioning irrigation pump. We've had it with your dirty deals. You got it all wrong. I'm not like that. Yeah, right. So you say. Just don't get in any trouble, okay? Well, we're gonna ask him here about things. We're gonna ask him about Aradesh. He is the leader of our community and true hero. You can always find him at work in the communal hall. We're gonna ask him about Garl. He leads the cons. He is one of the most dangerous men that has ever set eyes on Shady Sands. He leads the raider clans with a heavy fist. A lot of this is going to be repeated information, but we're going to do it anyway. Junktown. 4 to 6 days to the southwest. Good trading occasionally, but more often than not, they try to stiff us. Cons. They're a lawless group who pretend to be some people from the far past. Razlo. Our doctor, see him if you are hurt. Seth. He works Aradesh to make sure we are safe. Yeah, right. So you say, just don't get in any trouble, okay? No problem. Hey, you didn't turn out to be such a bad person after all. Have a nice day. So we're gonna actually, because I forgot to ask Katrina to tell us about things. So Katrina, tell me about Aradesh. Okay, we've heard that before. Garl. Yeah. Same. Junktown. Same dialogue. Cons. Okay. Katrina. Why do you ask silly questions? I am that person. Okay, well, you know, probably a silly question. Alright. Seth works at Aradesh to make sure we're safe. Tandy. She is the daughter of Aradesh. Someday she could lead us, but she must learn to temper her ways. Okay. So, we can't actually dialogue with this gentleman anymore. We are going to come over here. We're going to loot this bookcase. So, get some ammo. Potential trade fodder. Or potentially we may use it. Alright. Let's try to do some different dialogue options. The different guards. Welcome, stranger. We don't see your kind often. Thanks. Bye. Not so fast. This is a small community. We don't see strangers often. We don't really need them, if you get my meaning. If you don't have a good reason to be here, you better just keep moving. Hey, I ain't gonna hurt anybody. I wasn't saying that you was gonna. You just better leave us alone. I'm not gonna declare war on the city. I'll try not to make trouble. So, didn't turn out to be such a bad person after all. You know, it's kind of ominous that the text is in red. It looks really aggressive, but it's friendly dialogue, so why not? Okay, they don't need our kind from the hub or Junktown. We do pretty good. Last trader sold us malfunctioning irrigation pump. You got it all wrong. It feels like it didn't give me this choice when I was demonstrating, but we're going to say no problem. Okay, we got everybody on side. Everybody's nice. They're all happy. So, see a short, stocky man. Okay. Well, let's talk to Ian here. Hello, stranger. You look like you're new here. What's your name? So we're going to be very polite and friendly. I'm Albert. Good to meet you. I'm Ian. What do you do here? I was a guard for the merchants of the hub. However, well, let's give him a cool voice. I was a guard for the merchants of the hub. However, why is the text skipping? Don't do that. However, I was shot during a raid by bandits. I've been staying here since the people helped me recover. I've also been smoking like 50 packs a day. Still, my knowledge of the outside world, my experience make me useful here. Shady Sands is my home now. Occasionally I even get to visit Junktown or the hub to do some trading, since I'm the only person who's ever really left town. I'm sorry to hear about your injury. Thanks, I've been healing up well, thanks to Raslo. What can I help you with? Tell me about the Raiders. I don't know why I'm talking like that too now, but tell me about the Raiders. There are 3 groups, the Cons, the Vipers, and the Jackals. They pretty much hate each other, but they all raid Shady Sands. Well, tell me more about Shady Sands, then. Shady Sands is a small but self-sufficient community. The only trouble here is with the bandits and the Rad Scorpions. Why are the Rad Scorpions trouble? Rad Scorpions are very dangerous. They have a poisonous stinger in the tail, and they're very quick. Erdish has been trying to find a way to get rid of them. If you feel brave, you can talk to Erdish about them. Thanks. Well, tell me about the Raiders again. Tell me about Shady Sands. Are there many bandits? There are several. They come from various groups. They steal our food and occasionally shoot a few people. Seth organized the guards to help fight them off. There are different groups. Who are they all? There are 3 groups, the Cons, the Vipers, and the Jackals. They pretty much hate each other, but they all raid Shady Sands. Can you tell me about Seth? Seth is a very brave fighter. He occasionally goes to the Rad Scorpion caves to kill a few Rad Scorpions, but they always wind up coming back. There's just too many for him to fight. The Rad Scorpion's really that dangerous? Yeah, okay, we've heard that. Alright. Can you give me directions to the hub in Junktown? The hub is a big trading center far south of Shady Sands. It's run by several different caravan groups of merchants. The water merchants, the Crimson... Don't do that. The Crimson Caravan and the Fargo traders. Junktown's a little south and ways west. It's smaller, but it's a good place to drop in for a drink. It's overseen by a fellow by the name of Killian Darkwater, local shopkeeper, sheriff, and mayor. Well, thanks. Alright, nothing, thanks, because I don't want to fail the speech check here. Alright, let's try to get Ian on side here. Could you help me out a bit? Your experience would be useful. Tempting offer, since this place gets boring. Tell you what, standard rates, 100 caps, you got a deal. How about a piece of the action instead? Nah, I don't think so. Come back when you have some caps. Alright, well, we got one more try. Alright, how about a piece of the action instead? Alright. And you're pushy, but I'll help you out in exchange for my share of loot. Let's go. It'll be good to get back into the action. Alright, we do gain some experience, but Ian's gonna be our handy mule. So, we gain 100 experience points for convincing Ian to join our quest. What can I do for you, Albert? I don't want to kick him out of the party yet. Draw your best weapon next time we go into battle. Sure thing. Need change formation. Stay close. Sure thing. Keep moderate distance. Okay, well. Move to a long range. Yes, please stay long range. Ian, what weapons are you skilled with? I'm a good shot with just about any sort of pistol, and I can use a submachine gun too. I also know how to handle a knife. Alright, so we can ask him, tell me about. So, if we go ahead here and ask Ian, we can ask him, tell us about the war. Happened a few decades back. Basically, a bunch of countries got kind of antsy and everything went boom. Bunch of whack jobs. Junktown. Medium-sized town made of junk, overseen by a sheriff named Killian. Just a few days southwest of Shady Sands. How about the Hub? Hub is the biggest trading center in the New West. It's run primarily by a group called the Water Merchants, but there are some other traders there too. It's a booming town, but there's a lot of political fighting between the traders. Okay, fair enough. Alright. Let's ask him about raiders. Well, there are several different groups of raiders out there. The most organized group is called the Khans. They seem to think they can conquer the world or something. How about caravans? Most caravans come from the Hub. They travel all over the place. I worked for a group called the Crimson Caravan before my untimely injury. Chip? No idea what water chip is. Sorry, friend. Sands? Small and peaceful village. Probably the most promising community in the wastes. Garl? Garl's some dumbass who thinks he can take over the world with his crummy raiders. Whatever. Necropolis. Isn't that the mythical city of the dead? He's pretty well knowledgeable there. Medic. Raslow's a great doctor. You should see him if you're hurt. Healing? Raslow does a good job of fixing people up, and his Junja juice is well worth it, if you know what I mean. I don't know what you mean, and I'm not sure I want to know. Killian. Killian's mayor of Junktown. He also runs the store there. He's a decent fellow. Never did any work for him, but he seems okay. Gizmo. Gizmo runs casino in Junktown. I hear it's rigged, though. Casino. The casino is Gizmo's big project in Junktown. Brings in a lot of tourists and money, but, problems come with it. Store. Killian runs a good general store in Junktown. Children. There are no children. Where are the children? Yeah, there's some kids in Shady Sands. So, none of them are mine. What are you implying? I ain't implying anything. Sorry about that. Apocalypse. Yeah, well, you know what? Spelling. Words. There we go. We'll always have war. Somebody awesome once said, war never changes. But we'll always have war. Just next one's gonna be fought with sticks. I mean, that's probably fair. Mutants. Yeah, I saw some weird things when I was guarding caravans for the Hub. Mutated coyotes, and mantises, and scorpions, lions, and tigers, and bears. Oh my! Alright, how about the Khans? Yeah, they're a sorry group of raiders who attack Shady Sands and think they're gonna take over the world or some such crap. I wouldn't listen to them. Tandy. She's Eridesh's daughter. She's pretty sweet. But, I got some waiting for me back home. I mean, that's fair. Booze. You got any beer? I do not have any beer, my friend. I am sorry. Gems. Yeah, well, I used some psycho once on a caravan raid. Made me right twitchy. Odd. I liked it. Yeah, well, we're not gonna hook you up with any psycho. Sorry there, pal. Seth. Seth is the captain of the guards. Between you and me, he couldn't guard a fruit if it was nailed to his leg, but, don't tell him I said so. Aradesh. Aradesh is the leader of Shady Sands, a kind and patient man. Although, just between you and me, he's kinda loony. Just saying. Alright, Razlo. Hey, if you need the help, Razlo's the man to see. He's a great doctor. Psychics. I don't know how I know about psychics, but I'm gonna ask about it. I don't know. I think there's something to it, yeah, but there's just not enough evidence. I saw some things on Reddit and Twitter once, but, I don't know. Alright, merchants. Some merchants come from the hub to trade in Junktown. That's all I really know. Alright. So, any items that we barter to him, basically, he can carry and they have no weight. So we're gonna start by just taking all his stuff here. Oh, he won't give it to me. So, hold up. So, he won't give me his stuff, but, fun fact, he's got no problem with us stealing from him. So we're going to take pretty much all his stuff. Alright, and then, anything we barter to him has no weight. So, we're going to load him up like a pack mule here. We're going to keep all the ammo, because I don't want him shooting things. Don't want to risk him giving us experience. I'll give him ammo that he can't currently use, though. You can have that. He's very happy about this trade. Okay. So we got Ian on side here. Oh, we should look around here. So Simple Rug, the Weaver, was obviously very talented. Very nice looking bed. Wooden bookcase. Very nice looking chair. Okay. Alright. Curtain. Curtain looks like it was created by primitive means, but it's very functional. Table, nicely made table. Handmade, but it looks much nicer than any table you've seen before. Okay. Finely crafted clay pot. Functional wood-burning stove. Finely crafted wooden bowl. It looks like it was designed to crush and separate grains. Finely crafted wooden bowl. And finely crafted pot. Okay. Handmade, nice turning table we've seen before. Yeah, we looked at it before. Very nice looking chair. Okay, same deal with this table. I also apologize if I'm sniffling. My allergies are acting up something fierce here. Some sort of desert weed. Okay, here. Don't trap me in the toilets, okay? Toilet. Crude but effective toilet. There are some leaves dropped in the hole to manage the odor. Okay. Same thing here. We have curtains that we can close. We'll leave those alone here. Dog. I think all the dogs are basically the same. Canine, a mixed breed. Pillar is the showpiece. Shady's and Square. Tell stories, remind people of hope and peace. Nothing to say to you, stranger. Don't bother me. You're the rad scorpions killed again last night. We still need to expand the irrigation. Peasant. Nothing out of the ordinary. Okay. Haven't been attacked by raiders recently. Lucky, I guess. Okay. And you are peasant. Okay, so we got just a derelict building here. Finally crafted clay pot. Functional wood burning stove. Very pretty clay vase. Finally crafted wooden bowl. Okay. More nicely made handmade tables. Over here we have our first skill book. We have a scout handbook. A book on the methods and ideals of scouting, very practical information regarding outdoor life. So, you know what I didn't do? Didn't look at some of those things I traded in there, or Ian. Yeah, this, BBs. Package of BBs from before the war in excellent condition, stainless steel. Case ammunition, 223 caliber, full metal jacket. Okay, armor piercing, jacketed hollow points, scout handbook, book on the methods and ideals of scouting, very practical information regarding outdoor life. Okay. Okay, nothing. Never mind. Okay. So, we'll continue talking to everyone here. So this is a pathetic loser. Oh, here's a type of citizen that will talk to us. Welcome to Shady Sand, stranger. So we can do some tell me abouts. We'll ask about Aerodeth, which we've already seen this. We'll ask about Garl. Seen that too. Junktown. Yep. Gons. Yep. Raslo. Yep. And Seth. Okay. What's the deal with this place? We're a true community. We all work and share together. How do you survive out here? We have farms and irrigation. We herd Brahmin. Everybody contributes their skills to making something useful. How do you survive out here? Who's your leader? Erdesh is our community elder. Or current elder. With his experience, he helps lead the community. Okay. Oh, thanks. So some people will talk, many of them will not. Okay, so we got Raslo's house here. Okay. Bookcase full of tattered novels. Finely crafted wooden bowl. Looks like it was designed to crush and separate grains. Current looks like it was created by primitive means. Very functional. Yeah, we've seen that before. Okay. Makeshift bed. The material was scavenged from some other source. Pale, wiry young man. He looks unhurt. Hello, I'm sorry, but I'm not feeling too well right now. Please, we can help find a way to fight the rad scorpions. Talk to my brother, Seth. Okay. You'll have to come back in the morning. Please let us sleep in peace. It's late. Come back in the morning, but I need your help. Are you hurt? No. You will be if you keep me from my sleep. Now, come back in the morning. So, I'm not entirely sure if that annoys this gentleman. Shady Sandy. I'm curious if we can just straight up annoy him enough here. that he won't really want to help me. Great Brahmin, why didn't you say so? He barely hurt you. Wimp. Come back in the morning. It's actually pretty hilarious. He will trade with me, though. He doesn't have anything. Okay, I'm curious, now that I've kind of annoyed him. Okay. No, you have to do this multiple times. As we saw, like, I was able to just, like, loot this. No, they're not attacking right away. If we do this enough and annoy them, yeah, see. Alright. So I think we're fine. But I need your help. Are you hurt? Yes. Great Brahmin, why didn't you say so? You're barely hurt, you wimp. Come back in the morning. Alright, we're gonna try to do this now. Like we did accidentally there. And steal from this. But I don't want to annoy them. We're gonna sneak. We're gonna try. Nope. Yeah, I am not entirely sure if they'll hold a grudge for me trying, but I'd rather not see about that. First aid kit. Small kit container, basic medical equipment, bandages, wraps, antiseptic spray, and more. Of course, more stim packs. Healing chem, when injected, chem provides immediate healing in minor wounds. Definitely take those. We see a doctor's bag. Black bag contains instruments and chems used by doctors in the application of their trades. First aid book. Study book on the concepts and practical use of first aid skills. Only take all that. So a bunch of just free stuff right there. Okay. Now we got Aradesh's house here. Actually, I think Tandy ran up there for some reason. She wanders. We go talk to Tandy. Okay. No, that lady doesn't say much.
Hi. I heard there was a traveler in town, but I was kind of skeptical until I saw you. My name's Tandy. What's yours?
My name's Albert.
Well, how do you like our little town? Bored yet?
Hell yeah! There's nothing to do here but watch the Brahmin mate.
Finally, someone else who sees. Of course, you've probably been everywhere, so this must be hell for you.
Yeah, see, she is smiling. She liked that. It seems nice and safe here.
Yeah, real safe. And so boring, I think my brain's gonna leak out of my ear at any moment.
Why don't you leave?
Me? Leave? I wish. I don't know enough to leave alone. No one else wants to go. And worst of all, my father says he would have a heart attack if something happened to me.
Tough situation. Can I ask you a few questions, though?
Sure, I guess. I've never been out of here, so I don't know what help I can be. So, what you need?
What else is around these parts?
There's a bunch of cities down south, but since you're such a great traveler, I'm sure you know that already.
Thanks.
No problem. Anything else?
What's going on around here?
We got rad scorpions. I mean, I know it's not a good thing, but no one's died from the stings. And it's the closest thing to excitement we've got here.
Except, talking with people, they've said people have died. Unless they mean Brahmin. That the rad scorpions have killed lots of Brahmin. That could be. Have you got any stories from down south?
Just stuff. No problem. Anything else?
I think we actually need her to be positive reputation with us, or positive reaction. And then I believe she'll actually give us some information. How do you like it here?
Yeah, it's okay, I guess. I mean, it is home and all, but it's so boring. You know, I want to see the world.
So we're not going to tell her it's not that bad, because that'll make her
real safe.
Upset.
And so boring. Me? Leave? Sure, I guess. I've never been out of here, so I don't know what help I can be. So, what you need?
Tell me about. So, Tandy, let's ask you a few questions here.
Aradesh is my father. He's okay as far as dads go.
Tandy.
That's me. Who else did you think it was?
Raslo. No dialogue for that because that's a generic line.
Seth's the captain of the guards. My father tried to set us up once, but he is not my type.
Well, that's a shame. Seth seems like a nice boy.
Pretty bad bunch, or so I've heard. My father knows more about them. He never tells me much about the outside world.
Well.
That's where we get all our water. It's been here since before I was born.
Well, well, well. Not Scrapions.
I've actually seen one, even if it was from far away. They're nasty creatures with claws and a big stinger, and their poison can be deadly if it isn't treated. You should talk to my dad, Aradesh. He knows more about them.
Alright. Claw.
I heard a tale from a traveler up from the south. He said the Deathclaw was a creature that killed people at night. He said no one can catch it because it can disappear like smoke. Not that I believe it, of course.
Well, might be some truth to that one there. Junktown.
Junktown's a small city to the southwest. It's supposed to have pretty good trading, but my father won't even look into it. He says we need to stay protected. Yeah, right. Caged is more like it.
Hub.
The hub is supposed to be a great city to the south. I've always wanted to see it, but I've never got the chance.
City.
I don't know, but the guy who told me about it was really scared of it. He said that the undead walk the streets.
Ooh, Necropolis. Garl. So, that one, generic dialogue. Okay. Well, that's about it. Thanks for your time, and she's happy, so...
Well, thanks for talking. We don't get many strangers here, so it's always good to talk to new people. See ya.
Alright. Let's go ahead here. And we're going to loot. So there's some free stuff here. Also, because we haven't actually done anything past time, time has not advanced for us. So we'll grab these rocks here. At least I believe time has not advanced. Because if we load here, it advanced a tiny bit. So there must have been something that advanced it. But, alright. We found some rocks. It's a rock. The Granite Ink model is an upgraded version. Clever. Okay. Ian, I'm not sure how you prefer. I've heard both ways of saying it. You, my friend, are gonna get this shiny pile of stuff I don't want to carry. So there you go. Pack mule a go. Okay. Friend, you're in the way. This is really not working for me. I need you to move, bud. Okay. More talented rugs. Alright. No, I didn't want to loot the bookcase, but that's okay. So, okay, that one's a wooden bookcase, and the one in there was full of books. Very interesting. Okay, functional wood-burning stove. Very pretty clay base. Stove. Handmade table. Nice dining table we've seen before. So, this person right here, busy cook preparing a meal. We get a random roll with her to see if she will talk to us and give us +1 reputation. So we're going to try talking to her. We didn't get it. Now, if we just keep talking to her, it's not going to work. So, first time we talk to her, we need to win the luck roll. I'm too busy to talk right now. I've got to get this meal ready. That smells really good. I bet it tastes great. Hey, why thank you. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Thanks for the compliment. I'm gonna tell all my friends about you. Awesome. And I am sure all of her dialogue is super generic, but we're gonna ask anyway, just to be thorough. Words. Words are hard to spell. Okay. So, what that just did for us is we go to Karma. We have +1 reputation. So Karma is the effect of the choices we make during the game. Perks add additional abilities. Every 3rd experience level, you get to choose a perk. Kills, counter keeps track of the type and numbers of creatures you have slaughtered or have seen killed in your presence, so we didn't have these originally. So Karma, Reputation 1. This is a ranged stat that represents your general reputation. The higher the number, the better known and respected you are. If your rep is negative, you are hated by some for your evil actions. Now, let's hope things don't come to that, but they might. I have been known to dabble in nefarious activities if it gives me loot. Alright. Well, I'm going to actually end the episode here. So the first episode doesn't get too long. So next episode we'll finish off Shady Sands, and then we will start the next stretch of our journey. So, thank you all very much for watching. Thank you for enjoying Fallout 1 with me. This has been a long time coming. I hope you will stick around for the journey, and I hope we both learn things along the way. I have been Rowan. You have been awesome. I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to support me on Patreon if you like what I do. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!